Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Sealeze number D490CLA09BL. This is a clear anodized, what they call a dock leveler seal with 1 3/16 length bristle. Thermal brush is what they call it, slotted with Tech screws, and we'll go over that more in a moment. This is a right angle. This is a 90-degree sort of holder. And dock leveler seal, that's true. This is going to be used in those instances where you have a truck dock, and those openings are notorious with dock levelers to be brutal when it comes to air getting up through the dock leveler itself and into the building. And right angle material like this is commonly used in those sorts of applications to help mitigate that area. Another place that an L angle like this is used is in the inverted bottom channel of a hollow metal door, or an inverted bottom channel of an aluminum door for that matter as well. The D490 is representative of the combination of this 90-degree holder with a bristle. The CLA means that the aluminum is in a clear anodized finish, and that's the only finish this is available in. They consider a 90-degree item like this for a dock leveler application primarily to be concealed, therefore no real reason to have it available in like a dark bronze or a gold. So only the clear anodized. Now the 09 is a reference to the length of the bristle, and 09 is really 15/16, and that's really what it is. There is an image below this video showing the important dimensional properties. Let's test them now. You've got 1 1/16 inch of the width of the aluminum. Then you've got an overall height of about 1 5/16, right in that range. Just heavy on 1 1/4. You've got that 15/16 worth of aluminum. Pardon me, worth of bristle. Okay. So overall, it's about 1 5/16. Not common this length of bristle for an inverted bottom channel. You'd want to go with perhaps an 06 version of this, or maybe if there's an 04. A D490 is going to be available in well, it turns out 09 is the shortest, which is 15/16. So those door applications, you might want to be careful the height of with which that you're dealing. Okay, they do get into much longer bristle, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 2 inch, 3 inch, and I believe even longer than 3 inch as well. 4 inch would be something you could also get your hands on in a right angle style. Okay. Now the name Sealeze is synonymous with bristle, and actually that's practically the only insert that they do. See, bristle, and this bristle specifically is very dense. You get the impression that it's very heavy duty right to begin with. One door sweep is going to weigh practically 0.8 of a pound, so they're quite heavy to begin with. Bristle is an insert material that is known to be very high performance when it comes to extreme temperatures, very hot, very cold, resistance to ultraviolet sunlight, resistance to fungus, mildew, chemical application that might occur in a cleaning scenario that you might have. Food preparation plant if you've got some exposed bristle. Okay, so very high performance bristle is. Another advantage of bristle is its ability to contour itself over an irregular floor surface. If my fingers were to illustrate an irregular floor surface, you can see how the bristle will just contour around that. And no threshold would be nearly that irregular or sill condition. But bristle is great for filling that off. And people like bristle because it's effective in that regard, evidenced by the fact that people in the restaurant industry who are routinely inspected eventually go to bristle because the inspector's looking for daylight. The logic, if daylight can get in, so can other things, not just the transfer of heat energy. Critters, things that cannot come into a kitchen or a food prep area. If bristle seals out light, it's logical that it's going to seal out pretty much everything else, and that's why bristle is great. Also, bristle has an ability to present less of a barrier to a door closer, getting a door closed, because it is flexible. It will contour itself. certainly when compared to like a piece of 1/8 of an inch solid neoprene, which is much less flexible, Bristle has an ability to stay flexible in temperature extremes better than other items as well. Now this seal is available in the website in lots of different lengths, pretty much everything from, let's see here now, 2 foot to 8 foot. You can have longer lengths than 8 foot, that's no problem. We just simply don't list them because the cost to ship 8 foot is significant. Generally can't go package service. So if you need something longer than 8 foot, reach out to us. We'll be happy to quote you the material and the freight. But in typical scenarios, you can order this in any length that you want. Simply order the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. We'll be happy to do so for you. The advantage of that is we're going to cut the material the length, but we're also going to locate that slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge. The disadvantage of cutting this in the field is this. Cutting aluminum, not a big deal. Cutting nylon, not a big deal. But that's steel, so that's going to take something other than a miter box saw to cut. So keep that in mind. If you order a custom length, we'll give you that slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge and the proper center to center as well. Speaking of that slotted hole, a hallmark of Sealeze is that you're going to get self-drilling hex drive screws, as seen here. Okay. I like that slotted hole because it allows you to tailor that installation exactly where you want it to help compensate for misalignment, maybe a warped door or an out of square condition. It also helps compensate for a misdrilled hole, especially if you're drilling into steel plate that you might see in a dock leveler application or even concrete. A drill bit has a tendency to walk a little bit before it pierces into whatever you're drilling, certainly if you've not pre-drilled or marked the hole with a center punch. So that slotted hole helps compensate that condition as well. Okay. Now the name Sealeze is synonymous with all things bristle weather stripping, everything from residential run-of-the-mill small bristle with an aluminum thin holder, and they're light duty as everyone else is medium duty in my experience, all the way up to outrageously large, dense, thick, heavy duty material that you will see in aircraft hangars, in the elephant enclosure in a zoo, because very long bristle slides very well for those applications, and everything in between, even some high-tech material applications for military as well. There is finally a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Sealeze products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Sealeze D490CLA09BL dock leveler, 90-degree holder, door sweep, or seal, or any other Sealeze product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.